In Salem right now, everything feels like it is being pulled backward into unfinished business, and that is exactly what makes the stretch of days of our lives so dangerous and emotionally charged, because almost every storyline is about someone who thought a chapter was closed suddenly realizing it never really was. Dimitri von Leuschner's return is not just a surprise appearance, it is a carefully timed emotional ambush on Leo Stark. Leo had finally let himself believe he was starting a new life with Javi Hernandez, that his messy, painful past with Dimitri was behind him, and that the hurt of being abandoned had been healed by new love. Dimitri shatters that illusion in a single moment. When he interrupts Leo and Javi's wedding night, he does not come in quietly or politely. He comes in with a story designed to rewrite everything Leo thinks he knows. Dimitri insists he never chose to leave Leo, that he never wrote the goodbye letter, and that the entire thing was a lie planted to make Leo give up on him. From Dimitri's perspective, he was taken, hidden, and kept from the man he loved, while Leo was emotionally manipulated into moving on. Whether that is 100% true or not, it hits Leo exactly where he is most vulnerable because Leo has always feared being disposable, someone people walk away from when it gets inconvenient. This is where Gwen von Leuschner's shadow looms over everything. Gwen once bragged to E.J. DiMera that they did a bang-up job, making Dimitri disappear, which means Dimitri's absence was not an accident, it was engineered. Now Dimitri is back and the timing is suspicious. Gwen may be allowing Dimitri to resurface now because she needs Leo distracted. Leo has been circling too close to EJ's secret lab project, and Gwen knows that if Leo keeps digging, he could expose something truly dangerous. By throwing Dimitri back into Leo's life, Gwen ensures that Leo's attention shifts from corporate and scientific mysteries to emotional chaos and romantic devastation. What Gwen may not have fully anticipated is just how forceful Dimitri would be once he was free, because Dimitri does not just want to be heard, he wants Leo back, and he is willing to blow up Leo's marriage to Javi to make that happen. That is why Dimitri eventually kisses Leo, even though Leo insists he is committed to Javi. The kiss is not just about passion, it is a declaration of war on Leo's present life. It puts Leo in an impossible position, torn between the man he is building something new with and the man who represents a love that was ripped away from him under suspicious circumstances. Javi, meanwhile, becomes collateral damage in a fight he never asked to be part of, watching his husband's past walk back in and claim space in Leo's heart. While that romantic disaster is unfolding, another dangerous truth is creeping closer to exposure. With EJ heading out of town, Kat Green and Rafe Hernandez finally get breathing room. EJ has been the gatekeeper to whatever secret project is happening in that lab, and his absence creates the first real opportunity for someone else to poke around without being immediately shut down. Kat and Rafe are not motivated by jealousy or revenge the way others are, they are motivated by suspicion and a sense that something very wrong is happening behind DiMera walls. Every step they take while EJ is gone brings them closer to uncovering whatever Gwen, EJ, and their allies have been hiding, which means the stakes are not just emotional anymore, they are potentially life and death. At the same time, Melinda Trask stepping into Chad DiMera's custody case adds another layer of tension. With EJ in Italy, Melinda becomes the one guiding the mediation between Chad and Jennifer and Jack. On the surface, this is about finding a peaceful solution for their children, but underneath it is about power, trust, and who gets to control the future of that family. Chad wants to protect his relationship with his kids, Jennifer wants to make sure they are safe from DiMera chaos, and Melinda has to somehow craft a deal that keeps the courtroom from turning into another battlefield. Over at Bayview, Sophia Choi is becoming more dangerous by the day. Her escape plans are not just about freedom, they are about revenge and unfinished business. Rachel Black pushing her to take her along only makes things worse, because Rachel has a talent for turning risky ideas into full-blown disasters. Sophia may tell herself she is not going after Johnny or Chanel yet, but Salem has a way of forcing confrontations, and if she crosses paths with them, everything could explode. Sophia's obsession with Trey DiMera, her biological son, is especially terrifying. She believes Johnny and Chanel stole a life that should have been hers, and that belief could drive her to try to take Trey back by force. If she does, Chanel's pregnancy puts her in an incredibly vulnerable position, meaning any ambush or struggle could put both her and her unborn baby in danger. All of this runs parallel to Kristen DiMera's personal reckoning at the hospital. Kristen thought pulling Peter Blake off life support would end a nightmare, but instead it creates a new one when Peter wakes up. Her guilt is overwhelming, and she begs him to forgive her, insisting she never meant to cause his injuries or push him toward death. Peter's reaction is cold and brutal. He does not want her tears, her explanations, or her remorse. He orders her out of his room, making it clear that whatever twisted bond they once had is now poisoned by what she did. Every storyline here is about the same cruel truth. You cannot erase the past just because you want a new future. Dimitri refuses to stay buried, Sophia refuses to let go of Trey, Kristen cannot undo her mistake, and Gwen and EJ's secrets are clawing their way into the light. Salem is heading toward a period where love, loyalty, and even survival are going to be tested in the most painful ways possible, because the ghosts everyone tried to lock away are all coming back at once.